Welcome back to Autism Live. I'm Shannon Penrod. We're webcasting to you live from the Center for Autism and Related Disorders headquarters in Tarzana, California. Our special guest via Skype right now is Maria Dismondy. She is the co-author of this book, The Juice Box Bully, which I had mentioned that I heard about in a webinar about autism and bullying and couldn't wait to get my hands on it. I ordered 2 copies, one for us to have at home that I read with my son, and another that I gave to his school, first to his teacher and then ultimately to the principal, because there's this wonderful promise in the background. And I have to say, I also downloaded from your website, Maria, the promise, the pledge, and had copies of it made so all the kids in my son's class could color it and sign it and do all that. They had just finished a unit on community, and so it was very timely. It was a wonderful thing for me to be able to send as a parent and say, here, something to be able to be used. And I bought this, I don't remember whether I got it on Amazon.com or whether I ordered it from BarnesandNoble.com, but one of them, so it got shipped directly to my door. It was very inexpensive, and really wonderful book to share with your kids, whether they're on the spectrum or not. All of our kids need to know about bullying and know that they can stand up, that they don't have to be a bystander, they don't have to allow it to happen, and they don't have to be the bully. So, wonderful, wonderful book. But this is not your only book, is it?
No. I just finished my 4th book on Friday. It'll be out next year. So.
Okay. Tell us about the first one, though, Spaghetti in a Hot Dog Bun, because this is fascinating to me.
Yep, Spaghetti in a Hot Dog Bun. Here it is. It actually just came out in hardcover on Thursday last week.
Congratulations.
So. Thank you. Yeah, so Spaghetti in a Hot Dog Bun was written in 2008, and it focuses on the individual and really empowering children to be who they are and to feel good about themselves, and not to be afraid to be who they are, to have that courage to go to school as themselves. So the story is about a little girl who has big poofy hair. It's written based on what happened to me when I was younger. She's teased for the silly foods that she eats, like spaghetti in a hot dog bun, for the clothes that she wears, etc., etc. And the story has a twist. I won't, tell you exactly what happens, but the story has a twist that she's really faced with a decision to make when the bully is in trouble and there's no one there to help him. So kind of have to see what she decides to do. But it's a great story. And just like in the Juice Box Bully, how I provide a promise, in this story there is something in the back that provides different things that the children can do. Just empowering messages like be yourself and stand tall, never give up, share a smile, spread kindness. So there's 10 different messages in the book that teachers and parents can use to teach the story and the concept of believing in yourself.
Well, another wonderful book for our kids, because a lot of our kids on the spectrum, they're quirky, they're different, and it's always a difficult thing for them that they're looked at as being different, but being able to get the message that different is okay, that it's not a disease. What a wonderful thing. And you've got another book. Tell me about Pink Tiara Cookies for 3.
Yeah, Pink Tiara Cookies for 3 came out a couple months ago, and I have a different illustrator. So she's out of Seattle, Washington, Carrie Pilo. She's great to work with. And it's a story about 3 friends. One friend is always left out. And it talks about a subtle type of bullying, which we see all the time, and children don't really understand that it's bullying. It's when one friend will threaten another friend to get what they want. So, for example, in the story, Sammy threatens her best friend Stella and says, if you play with Jasmine, you're not going to be my best friend anymore. And so she's threatening, and she's not allowed to make up rules for her friends like that. And so it really talks about how, yes, that's a type of bullying. You don't get to control your friends. You don't get to make up rules for your friends. And the story goes through to find out, how does she really make room for another friend in her life and realize that you can't alienate people. So
this is a great book for our kids on the spectrum, because our kids are very rule-oriented, and a lot of times they don't understand in playing in a circle of friends or 3 friends. And a lot of times our kids are the ones that are guilty of this, saying, well, so-and-so doesn't want to play with me because they're playing with somebody else. So a really great jumping off point for our kids. And of course, when you were telling me about this book, I said, well, I know some adults I'd like to give this book to.
Absolutely.
because there are adults who don't know the rules of friendship and that you can't order a friend to not play with somebody.
Isn't that the truth?
Yes. So maybe good for everybody. You give it to your friend's child, hoping that they'll read it to them at bedtime and maybe they'll figure it out. But wonderful.
And this story has, the main characters are all girls, and the story I just finished has all boys as main characters. So for those listeners out there who say, well, that book has all girls, no, I'm being fair, and my all-boy book is coming out in the spring of next year.
Okay, wonderful. So again, we want to tell people that they can go to your website, mariadismonde.com, for more information and more resources. But Maria, I understand that you're going to give away a set of all 3 of your books to one of our viewers.
Absolutely.
Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to put up on our Facebook page, Autism Live, some instructions of what you need to do. And then we'll figure out who the winner is and we'll have those shipped out to you. So again, you'll have the opportunity to win all 3 of the books.
And they'll be signed too.
Oh, that's even better. So signed versions of all 3 of the copies. And we'll put up the instructions of how we're going to do that on our Facebook page, which is Autism Live on Facebook. Maria, thank you so much for being with us, and we'll look forward to having you back on when your new book comes out next spring. But keep us posted, and we'll let you know who the winner is of the books.
Good luck.
Thank you so much, Maria. Have a wonderful day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. So again, Maria Dismondy, and this is a really good book. Like I said, I heard about this at a conference and a webinar, excuse me, and they were saying, get this book for yourself, something to read with your child, wonderful illustrations, and get a copy for your school. And it was inexpensive enough that I thought that it was well worth it to do that. And her website is also written in here, but it's mariadismonde.com. And you get the promise at the back of the book, and you can go on her website and print that out and take it into the school. It's a wonderful little coloring project for the people in the class, and they get to sign it and they can hang them up around the room. We need to change the way bullying works in our classroom. It's important for our kids. It's important for all of the kids. And this is a great way to start early on. So thank you to Maria Dismondy.